Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Now this is a general reading for your sign, the one in the title, because it's a bulk introduction. There's a timestamp below if you've seen it already before. For the Mars conjunction with Neptune in Pisces this Saturday. I'm not going to speak at length about this because if you look at the link down below in the description for the Facebook page, I've already posted numerous videos about the astrologers who know what they're talking about this conjunction, and it has a wide range. On the very lowest octave, you can look at it as a suicide bomber willing to sacrifice his life for an ideal, whether it's deluded or not. At the highest octave, you can see that you have really forward momentum with some high spiritual goal or communication, but all the way wrapped through it is the risk of illusion, the risk of being swamped, of your fire being doused by the massive waters of Neptune. So it may well be a struggle to find that highest vibration of forward motion with a spiritual goal or spiritual communication or astral projection or anything. You know, astral projection is supposed to be a bit more tough at the moment now that the South Node is in Sagittarius. So the question I'm looking at is, I mean, it's mainly an oracle card reading, but the question I'm looking at is, how best can we use the energies of this conjunction? I mean, you can ask a question of your own, in which case pause the video, think of the question, focus. You've heard my spiel on other videos. But really, this is more of a, I'm wanting to look at the energies and the forces that are involved at the moment, because there's a lot going on in the world, and you know, macrocosm, microcosm, there's no doubt a lot going on in all of us. So, if you like the video, please press like. Thank you very much to everyone who has subscribed so far. If you do like the video, subscribe, and then you'll get to see more of it. And or, well, please subscribe, and or join the Facebook page, because that way you will always see my videos as I post them, and all the videos of places I'm learning from. Well, not all of the videos, but you know, there's, as I've mentioned before, the astrology podcast average length is 2.5 hours, you know. So that is, you can go and find the astrology podcast if you want to. But in the meantime, I don't think there's anything else to say. So, and there's a link down below for this month's Western and, for the first time, Chinese zodiac sign monthly readings. Okay, let me bring up the cards. In fact, just before I bring up the cards, I just want to read out the inside degree of this conjunction. Now, I'm reading Pisces 21, or the 21st degree of Pisces, because this conjunction occurs at 20 degrees 56 minutes, so towards the end of the 21st degree. So it's pagan fire worshippers dancing, trance states, at home in psychic realms and other realities, the self-abandon to the tribe, to the sweep of the moment, to the energies that arise, on fire with longing and poignant bittersweet reflections, a throwback, a native, a primal soul, emotional, depth-centered, superphysical. You are energized tremendously by special occasions, extraordinary meetings, unexpected miracles and tragedies, expectant and waiting for something wild and unknown to break through, mediumistic, vicarious, and charged with a life force that must be followed out, a certain distinctive fate, to be at times disappearing and gone, and at other times resurgent and mighty, all dependent on the tides of fortune. And it will always change in unpredictable, exciting, disorienting, and multiple ways. Considering the world situation as we head into this conjunction, I think that is quite poignant. And it goes to demonstrate what I was saying about the lower to the higher vibration. Be wary of delusion during this conjunction and during the energies of this conjunction. Mars later sextiles Uranus on the 30th, so I think Neptune may well colour that martial energy for, let me see, it'll be the 21st, so for that it's not, it's the 13th, isn't it? So nearly 2 weeks that Neptune may well colour Martian energy. So now let me finally bring up the cards properly. And welcome Pisces Rising and Pisces Moon after the timestamp. Now, this Mars-Neptune conjunction, as a general rule, is seen as a malefic conjunction. It is seen as delusions, madness. You know, as I said, its lowest vibration is suicide bomber. But I feel really, really good about these cards. And I was thinking about it just before I pressed record on the camera. This is very much about an expression of your power. And with Neptune, you are at home, Pisces. Now, this is all about your first house, if you're Pisces rising, you know, what people see and the impression that you give. And when you are in the midst of illusions and delusions and the is it this way, is it that way, is it the other way, you're at home. Because, I mean, Neptune is the modern ruler of Pisces. And it shows where all of our deepness comes from. It is, yeah, where all our depth comes from, the still waters and the undercurrents and the peeling back the layers. Now, what is interesting is some of the cards that have come up on that level. From the which is wisdom, we've got balance and stability with Mabon and with staff, and the staff is very much an expression of power, and this is right above the Emperor and the Knight of Discs. So things that you are setting into motion under the auspices of this conjunction are going to take a long time to come round, but you are setting out to declare your own power. We have, as the Demon King presiding over this conjunction, Asmodee, who is in this deck simply as King of Demons, and therefore king of all the other kings that are in this deck, because it's called a Goetic Kings deck. Now, Mars, as I've said in other videos, it doesn't do well in Pisces. You know, it doesn't like it. It doesn't do well. But it's almost, especially with Neptune coming to join in here. Well, especially with Neptune coming to join in, sorry. You are shaping that Martian energy around you and in you, ready for Mars to explode into Aries, where it spends most of the rest of this year. You know, going forwards and backwards and forwards again, because we have Mars retrograde later in the year. Now, Mars retrograde will obviously have its own positive and negative connotations. But I also like that idea of Pisces, the energy of Pisces, the energy of Neptune, setting Mars up for this. So that Mars surges ahead, rushes back just to check things, and then surges ahead again, doing it properly this time, even though it probably did it properly the first time. And this is the expression of what you are setting into motion right now. From the Orisha Tarot, I got the Four of Water, so Four of Cups. But I didn't feel that whole boredom and, you know, or the element of divine guidance with it. Neither seem to, I mean, the fact that it is a fish. It's a fish that seems to be swimming gracefully. So I looked it up in my little book. And the reversed meaning, because remember, I don't really do reversals. The reversed meaning really grabbed me. That which was deposed is almost dead, begins to reappear, having new possibilities. So it's almost like something that you had set to one side and then given up on is just slowly raising its head again and enabling you to see the value in your own power to assist others. Slow progress, but also slow progress because there is strife and mental conflict around you, but that you can remain totally ignorant of. Things are coming, many things are coming to a conclusion. 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. Clarified by the King of Wands for the 10 of Wands, so that surging ahead, that manifestation, that declaring, if this is my burden, then I am in charge of it. And 10 of Swords with 6 of Wands, victory. So that torment, that torture, that pain that's been going on for so very long, finished. Victoriously so. Something that may have been a thorn in your side, finished. And it is your instinct, it is those, not that bit of your mind that thinks, but that bit of yourself that simply acts. So that Martian energy that is helping you bring these things to a close. Now, there is certainly a downside. Man holding a coin. Card number 43 reduces to a 7. So we're still staying on that spiritual vibe, manifestation vibe. With 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords. So is what I'm feeling from that is that there's somewhere where you can act too quickly. Remember, using this Neptunian energy, which is your energy, or rather, energy that you are allowed to use. You know, let's put it that way. Neptune's a lot bigger than you. But it's energy that you are most, out of all of the signs, you're most at home with utilising. It is there to be slow. It is there to nurture and create the little things right now, which again, what was it that it said? Begins to reappear, having new possibilities. Just little tiny things that you are tending and blooming and coming into declaring, because first house, but as an exhibition of your power, but your power is subtle, invisible, underground, underwater. It is magnetic. It's those fields that flow through things in a way that we can't see or touch, but we can see their effects. You are the coast that walks over people's graves, pops into my mind. Do you know what I mean? There's that power. Again, present power. And interesting that we've got Dionysus with merrymaking here. But what that is telling me, two things. The Dionysian cult is very much about transformation. And there's an element, since I'm linking that with the instinct, yes, there's the merrymaking, there's a wild abandon. Now, with Neptune, there's always the hazard of drinking too much, smoking too much, eating too much, anything too much. That indulging of intoxicants one way or another. But there's also that element of you don't need the intoxicants. Go a little mad for a while, and at the other side you get enlightenment. And that's the story of the Dionysian cult, as I recall. And even if it isn't, it applies to this reading. But I'm pretty sure it is. I'm still trying to figure this man holding a coin, though, because it's almost like... Right, so you may be feeling that someone else is holding your destiny in their hands. No, they're holding their own thing in their hands, but showing you how to hold yours. That's what I'm getting from it, because it's almost like the Queen of Discs here, where she's placed, she's looking away from us, so she's not nurturing us. But that's making me think that we are the nurturer, especially with this particular Ace of Wands, is that new life coming with the baby there. But the new life is an old life that was nearly dead, but it's suddenly sprouting those new possibilities again. But she is facing directly to the man holding the coin. Yeah, he has answers, but not in the way that you think. His answers are... follow his lead and do your thing your way, the same way he does his thing his way. If that makes sense. The other thing we have here is be graceful. So you know what I was also saying about you? There's a risk in doing anything in haste. You need to be graceful. You need to be polite. But there is wish fulfillment with gentle forward motion. There is recognition. Once you're in that nurturing space, there is recognition coming that is really lighting up your own inner fire. But dealing with the external world, be graceful, be calm, be just, because there does feel like there are some things that are going to fall away. Now, with that Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, sorry. Here, I'm feeling that that's a good thing that's falling away. It's like the recent new thing may be falling away to be replaced by an older thing that never really got going, but now is its time. Because we have Gaia, nurturing. So again, there's that same vibe as this Ace of Wands and the Queen of Discs, of that nurturing something, growing something. Knight of Discs being really slow about the growing, but still, I mean, growing's not always fast. Then lightning with power. Dum. There you go. You declare your own empire. You declare your power. You are recognised. And new moon with promise. Now with promise as new moon, that indicates a span of time until the full moon where the promise is realised. But right at the bottom here, we have the Nine of Cups. There is wish fulfillment in this. But you've got to be nice. Just telling you, be nice. And be graceful. And be in that nurturing role for this to come to pass. Because you need to be strategic. And whatever your goals are, they are going to take time. And that's fine, because it means by the time that they are realised, they are solid and they are firm, and you will be... Well, no, I was going to say you'd be pleasantly surprised, but by the time you get there, you won't be, because you know how much you've tended all this. Now, Gomery here, Gomery, the one thing that I remember from him is, one, he's good with creating love, so that's always a plus. But he dresses and appears similar to Paimon. So he is taking an appearance in homage of a greater power, to maybe to align himself with a greater power, maybe to be assumed with a greater power, and that is the same vibe that I'm feeling about your attitude towards this man holding a coin, who I do feel really positive about. You know, but there is the deception that he's the one holding your destiny. He is not. You are holding your destiny. He's holding his. But he's doing it his way, with his panache and flair, to show you how to do it yourself. And doing that and not fretting about it and not stressing about it, but just going, okay, that's what I'm going to do, is... But remember, gently, slowly, because these are deep waters and you do not want to move fast through deep, dark waters. But never mind that you might bump into something that you can't see, but more think of the trail of disruption that you leave behind you. Go butterfly effect, something moving really fast deep in the water creates ripples that as you get to the surface gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and that causes a bit of devastation. Now you need to be in control of this devastation that is coming around for you, or coming around you, sorry, not around for you, around you, with this Tower card here. But again, I really feel like what I'm really drawn to on this one, this is the Tarot at the top tarot, is the eye at the very top of it, and that is your sight that is piercing through all the that's nonsense, that's nonsense, that's nonsense, that's what I want to preserve, that's what I want to grow, because you are going to go into that nurturing role, whatever this means. You could be nurturing an idea, you could be nurturing a child, you could be nurturing a vegetable patch, you could be nurturing a business. But there is that wonderful sense of slow growth that you are planting the seeds now. And with that King of Wands and what I was led to say about you are training that Aries, that Martian energy ready for its explosion into Aries. Oh, no, it's gone. Whatever I was about to say. Yeah, it's going to take a long time, but now, that's it. Now is the time that you are setting those, that you are setting, not even the seeds, that you are tending the seedlings and the saplings of this. So remember, transformation. And you lead... There was a leader card somewhere, one that I wanted to say was a leader card. You lead through your own transformation. Emperor. You lead through your own transformation. Your transformation will be recognised, and for some it is transformation, for others it's simply transformation in the way that you are being seen. Because all of this deep water energy has been in you the entire time, as any Pisces will tell you. Okay, so best of luck. Just like I say, be nice. Two of Swords here. There is always the chance. I feel that is because we've got 2-2 at the end, which is some angel message or another. But Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. But it's uniting earth and air. It's uniting the solid world with the ideas world, and it's the solid world that you are more dealing with, or able to deal with. This is in the Martian row. So whatever these dreams and ideas are, you are bringing them into manifestation, but with balance, with stability, as shown by, oops, I'll just throw the cards everywhere, shown by these two cards. Okay, so if this means anything to you, Pisces, yet, or because of course you'll come back and let me know, because people do that on YouTube, if it means something to you later. But if it means anything to you now, comment down below. Please, I always welcome some feedback. I might have mentioned I'm doing Western and Chinese zodiac combinations. So if you want to see Pisces rabbit or dragon or what have you, comment down below. I think your next readings out will probably be the Starseed Guidance once, if that's your thing. But otherwise, get nurturing, get looking after those seedlings and saplings. Okay, see you later, Pisces. Good luck. Cheers.